Happy International Women's Day. I'm wishing all of you all around the world love and respect from me. Remember to celebrate yourself today, as it's a celebration for all of us today, not just one person. So when you're giving somebody else that appreciation and love, remember to give some to yourself also. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nina Aouilk. I'm a mindset coach, a peak performance winning mindset coach who predominantly works with elite athletes. I also work with corporations, trying to prove that regardless of who you are, having a winning mindset and building a team such as will build that corporation to work at its best. Today, I wanted to talk to you about stopping traffic. And what does that mean? What does it mean to you when I use the word traffic? Well, I'm not talking about crossing a road, although you should always be cautious about doing that. I'm talking about something slightly more serious. I'm talking about human traffic. Human trafficking is in such an array of different versions. You have human trafficking that is done for work purposes, people that are working in very low paid or non-paid jobs, almost as servants. I'm talking about sexual trafficking, and I'm talking about trafficking where people are killed and their body parts are harvested and used for sale and profit. And that's where we'll start. Human trafficking is very personal to me because my sister was actually trafficked by my father at the age of 6. I'm born and raised in the United Kingdom, as was my sister. My sister was born out of marriage. My father had an affair, so she was an illegitimate child and a sister I never even met or knew, and yet I feel so close and bonded with her. At the age of 6 in 2015, my father intoxicated the child's mother, and when she'd passed out, he abducted my 6-year-old sister. I don't know her name, but I would use it if I could with love, because she was 6 years old, and any child who is 6 years old deserves the fundamental basic rights of giving love, having love, and being looked after as a child. She was a girl, and today is International Women's Day. Girls are not respected in so many places where they should be celebrated, as I celebrate you. My father took my sister by force and travelled to several different European countries before he embarked by leaving her and trafficking her into an establishment where they allow the children to grow to a certain age so that they can harvest their organs. Harvesting organs, or organ harvesting, is a term given to when you sell a person's organs, be it the heart, the eyes, the liver, the kidney. There is such a need for these organs that people will kill and sell those parts. I understand from a source that is a very big influence on human trafficking that this particular establishment, if they don't do that to the children, they sell the children as servants, predominantly to the Middle East, especially Kuwait, selling them to work as servants in the kitchens as maids. At least they get to live regardless of the life they're living. My father was arrested on return to the UK in 2015. He has just been released. The community welcomed him because for them, he retained his honour. He upheld his stature in the community. He did the right thing by them. But I ask you, how would a 6-year-old feel being taken by force? What could she have done? And if you noticed a 6-year-old, how would you know? What could you do? The reason I speak about honour killings and human trafficking is predominantly for the awareness. If we all speak about our horrid experiences with life, be they losing a car or being swindled out of money, then it gives somebody else that inkling that something isn't right if they are addressed with a similar situation. It takes away the power of the perpetrators that do these horrible things. I can't speak to the traffickers. Why would they listen to them? Humans are just a commodity. They provide wealth. But I can speak to you. I can speak to you and tell you that there are things you can do. Firstly, you can speak about it. You can tell people that you watch this video. You can share this video, in fact. You can talk about the fact that human trafficking happens by family members so that schools are aware of this, especially in cultures such as mine. In the Asian, African, and Middle Eastern cultures, this is a common thing, just because girls are not regarded as important. The other thing you can do is, there are signs you can teach young girls from school from a very young age, so that if they get into trouble, if they are abducted by a stranger or a family member, that they can escape. Some of these signs you have seen on social media, but if you have not seen them, I will go through them with you. If you work at an airport in security, please take note. Or if you know somebody that works at an airport, please share it with them. Share it with a police person. If you know somebody in the police force, whether it be a policeman or somebody in the admin department, everybody knowing this information will ultimately help stop the perpetrators committing these crimes. The first thing that you can teach a child, or you yourself can use to get out of trafficking, get out of any problem regarding domestic violence, or if you're being held against your will, waiting for a forced arranged marriage, for instance, you can use these signs to doctors, even people in restaurants, anybody that may have seen this video or ones that are similar. Hold out your hand. It doesn't matter which hand you hold out. Place your thumb inwards and bring your hand down, creating a fist. But in fact, this means that you are trapped. You are trapped. There is no escape. Somebody may see this sign and be able to give you that freedom and help that you need. The other thing that you can do is that if you have been forced to go abroad, teach the young children, teach your sisters, your brothers, your students, your friends, everybody, and or maybe keep this information for you, that you can place a metal object into your underwear, not really a pocket because they may be seen. The bulge may be noticed by a relative, but in your underwear, they are unlikely to see. So either into your bra or into your pants, place a metal object that will go off when you get to security at the airport. When you set off the alarms, it will be scary, but be brave. You deserve better. And teach this to those that might need the message that they do deserve better. Once you are taken by security, they will take you into a room. You must ask for help. Whisper, but do ask. By being placed into a room at the back of the communal area, you'll be safe. They will protect you. They will keep you safe. And by doing that, you can tell them the truth. Don't be scared to speak up, because one of the things I wish I had done was speak up much sooner. I wish I had left a domestic violence situation much quicker. I wish I had spoken about my father and what he had done to me in an attempted honor killing, because maybe, just maybe, he would have thought twice about abducting my sister. So please pass this message on. Please pass this message on to anybody that needs it or that would benefit from knowing it. The other thing that you can do is to be vigilant. If you see that a child is in distress, crying or looking scared, especially cowering and holding their head down with their eyes down, that also is a sign. It's a sign they're being forced. Look at the ethnicity, and although I don't say that we should judge a book by its cover, be aware that it is most predominant in these ethnicities and cultures that these crimes are committed. So please look out. On the other page of it, we also know that human trafficking happens all around the world. Children are abducted, whatever color, creed they are, whatever age they are. Boys, I understand, are sold twice, whereas a girl can be sold over and over again. I understand that girls of certain cultures are paid for with a higher ticket value because they are wanted more, especially virgins. And as you can imagine, the abuse these children face when they become adults, this is the life they know. It's hard to escape. So if you meet somebody that's been in a domestic violence situation or trafficking situation, more so, be kind. They have not asked to be put in that situation. The dirtiness is not on them. Nobody asks to be trafficked. Nobody asks to be raped. Nobody asks to be hurt. If anything, hold them up higher. Give them more love. They don't have that love for themselves. So you sharing love will enable them to build their own love. It's very difficult when you go from victim to survivor. It's not an automatic thing. The build-up, the journey, it's a very difficult path. But I did it. I survived an attempted honor killing. I survived being told I was worth nothing because I was born a girl. But today, on Women's International Day, I celebrate that I am a girl, that I am a woman, and that I was once that girl that was abused, was hurt, was treated badly, because now I have the voice of those who are unable to speak for themselves. So take this message with you today. Celebrate yourself, celebrate others, but more so, be kind. Look out for people when they're not watching their own children in the supermarket. Be vigilant, and don't let something happen to you personally before you decide to speak out. Do it now. Let's stand strong together. Let's stand up, show up, and speak out for what we believe. Every one of us deserves the basic human rights. Thank you.